All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start by giving infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachak, Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. Kwam Yashala, Shalom. All right, and this lesson is going to be entitled, Thou shalt be visited from the Lord of hosts with strong tempests or hurricanes. Thou shalt be visited from the Lord of hosts with strong tempests or hurricanes. Lord willing, this message is edifying. All right. Thou shalt be visited from the Lord of hosts with strong tempests or hurricanes, which we're going to get into. That word tempest means hurricanes. All right. Hurricanes are in the Bible and spoken of. So Lord willing, this message is edifying. This is just a forecast tracking intensity of hurricane or tropical storm Francine. All right. And as it shows, I'll just read the left-hand side. It says, the non-tropical low presently has winds near 50 miles per hour on the western side of the storm. A tropical storm is expected to develop over the southern Gulf of Mexico Monday, which is today. It says the storm is expected to intensify into a Category 1 hurricane prior to landfall along the upper Texas or Louisiana coastline on Wednesday. And ultimately, Wednesday or Wednesday Eve to Thursday Eve marks the Day of Atonement, all right, which is a high holy day, ultimately marking Yahweh Shai being the atonement for the sins of the nation of Israel. But it's from September the 11th Eve to September the 12th Eve, which is Wednesday at sundown to Thursday at sundown. And the Lord is sending this strong tempest or this hurricane in that same frame of time. As you see here on the left-hand side, it says 7 a.m. Wednesday showing the path of the hurricane, and then 7 p.m. Wednesday, which is around sundown, which going into the Day of Atonement, you have it hitting landfall there, as you see. And there's going to be updated paths, and things are subject to change, but ultimately at this time, it's showing hitting landfall in Louisiana. Okay? All right? So let's go to that word Francine. It says the name Francine has multiple meanings, including free and Frenchman. So it says the name Francine means free and Frenchman. Okay? So it says from France or freeman. The name Francine, French origin meaning from France or freeman. So we know we're going to bring out Louisiana is rich in quote unquote French history. Okay. And I'm just going to read a couple. It says Louisiana's French history includes the following events: exploration. In 1682, explorer Cavalier de la Salle named the area La Louisiana in honor of King Louis and claimed it as a French territory. Secession to Spain. After the French and Indian War, France seceded the eastern part of the territory to Britain in 1763 and the western part to Spain. It says regained by France. France regained the territory by treaty in 1800. It says sale to the United States. In 1803, Napoleon sold Louisiana to the United States through the Louisiana Purchase. It says insurrection of 1768. The Spanish passed strict trade regulations in 1768, which led to the insurrection of 1768. It says New Orleans. French settlers founded New Orleans in 1769, Slovakia, 1769. Recognizing the shipping potential of the Mississippi Delta. It says education. Children in the Cajun community attended school to learn reading and counting and also learn the Catholic catechism in French. And it says the French period in Louisiana was relatively short, but the French language remained in the area despite the changes in ownership. That's right. And Louisiana was ultimately known as what? New France, right? New France. And still to this day, you have that French language heraldly remaining in this area. All right, so let's go back to that word Francine, because as it means free and Frenchman. And this hurricane, all right, this tropical storm is ultimately a nomen omen for this state, Louisiana. Like we read some info going into it being likened onto New France, this state, as well as the wickedness, the abominable food, the abominable culture here that's contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So this strong tempest is being sent from the Lord, likened unto a scourge of amendment, like the scriptures say. All right. And it means freeman also, free man, because with these things, like the scriptures say, the captive exile hasten that he may be loose. With these different judgments on the planet Earth, all right, they're showing forth that captive that's in bondage, that's in chains, he's soon to be free, because these different hurricanes, earthquakes in diverse places show forth that we're approaching that great day of the Lord. So this is Isaiah 51:14. The captive exile hasten it, that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. All right. And that's likened unto the saints of the Most High, those captives being scattered not only here in America, but across the four corners. All right. Being in these chains of darkness, like the scriptures say. But even in these chains of darkness, the scriptures say we're prisoners of hope. This is Zechariah 9:12. Turn you to the stronghold. The stronghold is likened unto what? The shadow of the Almighty. These laws, statutes, and commandments, which makes us a peculiar people. The name of the Lord, which is a strong tower. All right. Yahushua, deliverer, he deliverer. Okay. Preaching the apostles' doctrine. All right. Preaching Yahushua ultimately. It says, ye prisoners of hope, even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. So even though we're in these chains of darkness, events like these on the planet Earth, all right, show forth that the Lord is visiting this place. Like we're going to read. The Lord shall visit the earth with strong tempest. And I just want to get some more on it. It says Tropical Storm Francine could bring 10-foot surge. It says Tropical Storm Francine named to bring heavy rain to Texas. Seapath spaghetti models. It says Tropical Storm Francine forms in the Gulf of Mexico with its site on Louisiana. It says Tropical Storm Francine forms in Gulf of Mexico, forecast to strengthen into hurricane, and so on and so forth. Just wanted to read a couple of those headlines quickly, just going into Francine or Freeman or from France. Louisiana having that predominantly heavy French culture here, and ultimately being likened onto New France, as well as you have, Lord willing, I'm of that number, men of the Lord in Louisiana prophesying the downfall. All right. You have the righteous here that are in the midst of all this judgment. All right. That are going to be delivered from these different things. And it's going to be made known who the Lord is dealing with. All right. So as the scriptures say, these different things we see on the planet Earth, they're likened onto scourges, as well as this strong tempest. This hurricane is a scourge. When a hurricane comes, people do what? They evacuate. They don't say, okay, well, a hurricane is coming. Let us be glad. Let us be joyful. Let us be merry. Okay. No, they say, let us get out the way. Let us evacuate. So this is a scourge. This is a judgment coming from the Lord. All right. So even though it means from France or free man, this is one of the judgments that the Lord is going to send ultimately, that's going to lead to that captive being free. That's going to lead to that righteous man standing in great boldness of those that afflicted him. Okay. So this is 2 Ezra 16:17. Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? And that's these days that we're ultimately in. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. And hurricanes, tempests, they cause great death, man. All right. The history of hurricanes in the U.S., mainly here in the South, where it's been mainly predominant at, okay, they've caused great death. They've caused great sorrows, great mournings. They've caused famines as well, man. Okay. Fear, all those things. So I'm going to read it again. 2 Ezra 16:18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And Ezra saw these evils on the planet Earth. 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Now you have a strong tempest that's going and approaching the earth. All right. That's creeping up. Okay. And on such a short notice. Right. So it says, verse 19, behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So these different scourges, these different changes on the planet Earth. Hey, a hurricane will change a place. Okay, a hurricane, the word amendment means change. A hurricane is an amendment. It'll change a landmass. It change the culture of a place, all right, flooded out, all these different things. That's a great evil from the Lord, all right. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, because these things that are being sent on the planet Earth, the righteous are mindful of them. We know that the Lord is sending this hurricane and strong tempests. We know that the Lord is sending these different earthquakes in diverse places on the planet Earth. All right. We know that it's the Lord's will to take down Babylon the Great, which is America. This is Matthew 24:7. I'll start at 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we're seeing these different things come to pass on the earth, but the end is not yet. Different prophecies have to be fulfilled. The MOTB, all right? Yahushua returning, all right? Mass death on the planet Earth, okay? All hell breaking loose. Martial law, FEMA camps, okay? Insurrections, different things like that have to be fulfilled. So it says, Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And what does a tempest, a hurricane create? Famines. It could create disease even, okay? And all those things are sent as scourges of amendment, all right? Not blessings. The Lord says scourges of amendment, man. All right. And just ahead of the Day of Atonement, okay, all these things are taking place, and it's going to hit landfall coming into the eve of the Day of Atonement, man. So this is a spiritual notification from the Lord for you Israelites to get right, man. Wake up and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and realize and be mindful of the scourges, okay? So let's go and let's get that word tempest, because the word hurricane is broken down in the Bible. This is Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder. The Lord of hosts goes into the Lord of the heavens armies. It says, and with earthquake and great noise, with strong tempest, Salakia, with storm and tempest, Salakia, I'll read it over. Apologies. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. That's right. And we're being visited on the earth with thunder. Where does thunder come from? The heavens. Where does this strength, these different quote unquote natural catastrophes, where does the strength for them to be performed come from? From the heavens, man. These outer worldly judgments that the Lord, and these catastrophes that the Lord is sending upon the earth, man. All right. It's going to be shown forth that there is a higher power that's performing these works on the earth, not man. And that power has a name. What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou can tell? Okay, so let's get that word tempest. This is the word tempest from Isaiah 29:6. Sa'ar. It says tempest, storm, whirlwind. Now let's go to the Strong's definition. It says Strong's definition from H5590, a hurricane, storm, tempest, whirlwind. A hurricane. So it tells you that a tempest is a hurricane. So the Lord, let's read it again. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, with thunder. And that word Lord in all caps is whom the word ignorantly identifies as God, whose Hebrew name is Yahweh. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and hurricane or tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. That's right. A hurricane, storm, tempest, whirlwind. All right. And the Lord said he haveth his, let me see. Nahum 1:3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Because you see these different things on the planet Earth, they're showing forth that the wicked is being taken out of power. And they're showing forth that the Lord is not going to let the wicked go free. But he will, speaking of free, like Francine, free man, but he will exonerate that true free man, all right? That hopeful elect man, all right? It says the Lord Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Nahum 1 and 3 again, the Lord Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind. He had his way in the hurricane. The Lord is controlling those winds to make them shift a certain way to hit certain land masses to where they go, man. All right. It says, and the clouds are the dust of his feet, showing you that the Lord, the scriptures tell you as well that the Lord stretches out the heavens as a curtain. Okay. So the Lord is controlling that hurricane and put it exactly where it needs to go for his purpose and his will. All right. So thou should be visitor of the Lord of hosts with strong tempests upon the planet Earth, or hurricanes. Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm going to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachak, Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you, Aki, and pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. Kwam Yashala, Shalom.